Hello, you wonderful, amazing, beautiful person. So, today I wanted to talk to you about loneliness and belonging. So many of us right now, all over the world, are struggling to feel supported as we're witnessing some of the most terrible things happening to innocent people. And understandably, we feel really overwhelmed by what's happening. And for many of us, we also feel alone in our experiences, especially if some of the people in your life are invalidating you or calling you too sensitive, which is simply not true. And I want to tell you about an American psychologist called Abraham Maslow, who created something called the hierarchy of needs. The hierarchy of needs states that we need to have certain needs met in order to be able to survive and function really well. And so he said that our most fundamental needs are our physiological needs, so the need for food, sleep, water, and rest. And once those needs are met, then we need to have our physical needs met, like physical safety and security. And once those are met, then we need love and belonging and self-esteem. And once we feel fairly connected to other people, then we can work on self-actualization, certain peak experiences where we might feel fulfilled and experience our life's full potential. And this hierarchy is actually still pretty good, despite the fact that it's, I believe, about 50 years old now. It actually holds up for the most part. However, I did want to update it a little bit given some of the modern research studies that are coming out now telling us about the importance of experience of belonging for our human survival. We know that when we feel a sense of belonging, that improves our physical and our mental health. And the reason for that is because when we feel a sense of belonging, when we feel that other people see us and hear us and support us and value us, our bodies release this chemical called oxytocin that actually improves not just our mental health, but our physical health too, including cardiovascular health, so how well our heart works, and also our immune health. And so in my recent book, I've actually updated Maslow's hierarchy of needs to a slightly new hierarchy, which I'm calling the surviving and thriving hierarchy. And so I believe that our most basic needs for survival are food, water, sleep, and also belonging. And once we experience those, then we need to feel safe, not only physically safe from harm, but also emotionally safe. We need to know that people around us are not going to abandon us, that we're not going to be emotionally abused or harmed. And once those needs are met, then, excuse me, we need to work on our physical and mental health. And once we feel fairly healthy, then it can allow us to feel ready to introspect, to think about our sense of purpose, to make meaning out of our life and our experiences, which will then allow us to give back to our community. And it is when we do that, when we're able to have that sense of belonging and work on our physical and mental health and introspect and give back to our community, that most of us feel really fulfilled in our life. It's when we feel happiest. It's when we feel most connected and interconnected with other living beings. And so I wanted to let you know about this hierarchy of needs so that you're able to maybe think about why you might be feeling the way that you're feeling. If any of your needs are not being met, if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not getting enough food, if you're not feeling supported by your community, then of course it makes sense that you're going through a hard time. And so, if possible, please think about what your unmet needs are and what might be some steps you can take to have those needs met. Some examples might be reaching out to your community for support, or maybe reaching out to a mental health professional, or maybe reaching out to certain mental health organizations like NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness, for example, in the United States, and many other countries have their own organizations and nonprofits that help to support folks in learning about mental health and finding support. So please take some time to think about what your needs are and what might be some steps you can take to meet those needs. Please know that you're worth it. Please know that you matter. I see you, I hear you, I value you, and I care about you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being wonderful.